Make all handmade things. So the art is originally drawn by me.
Multi-talented.
There's buttons, pins, stickers. I do hand embroidered things. These are some of the custom jeans. And the ankles are cuffed. These are bootleg ones. They got little flowers.
That's adorable. You get every one of these?
Yep, no machine.
Let me see those hands. Great hands. Good job.
Thank you. Can't get it all in one shot. Alright, so we are back from our vendor event. The Wellness Expo went really good, and I just wanted to do a video filming me doing my setup of everything and how long it takes me to set up. I'm pretty quick with setting it up, and then it's just kind of reorganizing stuff to make sure it looks good, because the venue is always different and, you know, yada yada. And I have the same table, so I keep pretty much the same setup, but like it just depends on the stuff I have. So I actually almost sold out of my socks. I only have one pair of socks, so I have like this what is it, this display, and now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with it in the meantime. This is my last booth though that I'm signed up for this year. I hit my goal of trying to do 5 booths between June and November, or just till the end of the year, and so this was my last booth on November 13th. But I feel like my ideas are all over the place right now. With the display, now I gotta figure out if I don't get my socks in time, what can I put in place? You know what I mean? I showed my display in a previous video I did, but I know you guys get what I'm saying. Anyway, it went really good. I feel every time I do an event, I get better at being organized. I love being an organized person. The pack up, the clean up, and the setting up and all of that. And I just feel really prepared. But the one thing I was not prepared about, I should say, I forgot snacks. I am the snack queen, and I'm just mad that I forgot my snacks. Like I brought Bear snacks that he was good for grandma's house, but when it came for me, I have water. I just brought a water bottle. I didn't even think of it. It's always so much crap I'm packing. Guys, the car was packed. It was me, Bear, and Carrie, plus all of our supplies that we had. We had to fit a whole table. We drive a sedan, so like a table, this huge tote, the coat, like you saw my setup, all of that fit in my car. I want to eventually upgrade to an SUV, so things like this will be a lot easier, because I plan on doing more vendor events in the future. But let's recap on how it all went. So with the snack issue, she was like, yeah, there's gonna be snacks there. There was a force. So the event started at 10 and went from 10 to 5. The breakfast stopped being served at 10. So by the time you finish setting up and you ready to see your first customer, okay, it's kind of slow. Let me go ahead and grab a snack or like some breakfast or actual meal before, you know, I get here and settled in and where I gotta stay at my station, my booth. So they was already packing up, basically, hurrying up for it to be 10, and then they didn't start serving food until after you left. So at 5 is when they started serving dinner. So from 10 to 5, I had from the little concession stand by the check-in desk at the hotel, I had Cheetos and apple juice for, I don't even know how many hours that was. You can math it. 10 to 5, I had Cheetos and apple juice, and then that water bottle that I brought. Some people were getting food Ubered, but it was just me, and I don't feel comfortable when I leave my table, so I didn't, you know, having money in the drawer. And so you try to make friends with people so then you can go to the bathroom or grab a snack and, you know, etc. And it was cool. I was around some nice booths, some nice friends that I had made there, and I'm like trying to feel my hip now. So if you guys didn't know, I'm still battling with my hip, just pain in it. I don't know if it's after birth or whatever it is, but I finally met a holistic chiropractor at that wellness fair, and he was so nice and reassuring. When I went to my chiropractor that was under our insurance, it just kind of seemed like I'm just trying to get this many people in and out as I can. And I was convinced to go for a month straight. You know, you want to listen to your doctors and all that, but doing the same corrections a month straight, and I still didn't feel any better. So we're just going to see how this feels. He had mentioned I actually got adjusted at the fair. As like we were about to leave. It was like I was the last customer he had. And then Carrie's he finds me face down on the table, but I'm getting an adjustment because he came back to help, you know, clean up and whatever. So that was kind of funny. So we're gonna see how my body feels. I felt good because like it had been a while since I actually got a Reiki treatment. I'm always giving Reiki treatments, and this chiropractor did a lot of holistic work. I could feel, and I felt like my releases were a lot easier. It was a lot easier for me to relax, adjust, you know, and keep it moving. The one thing I wanted to make sure I had mentioned in here, or before we get into that, thank you for everybody that stopped at my table and supported me. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I had seen a lot of people from the old gym I used to work at, so thank you guys for stopping and remembering me, because I was like, hey, and I would call them by their names, and like I still remembered my students' names. So thank you for stopping by. There is this fat man though, I have to mention, like he was a very plump man, and he had the audacity to come by my table and just start talking crap for no reason. Like at these events, I never had, like, I'm not gonna say never, but like I've had some Karen slick remarks and stuff. Like one time, this was a few years ago, a Karen had come by my table, and I had some crystals I was selling, and she's like, oh, nice rocks. Are these rocks? And like I was like, no, they're crystals. Nice rocks. And you just called them rocks still. They're crystals, they're healing properties. And I'm like trying to keep it professional and explain it, and you're still calling them out of their name. You know, that was disrespectful. And I was just like, you know, that was whatever. But this plump man that came to my table, you know, he's asking questions, and like, you know, I had a double booth, so I had to explain, hey, this is the yoga studio I had open, and this is my craft business, and this is I see, like, I like to watch where people's eyes are moving, so like to kind of explain it as their eyes are traveling. So I seen that he had looked at my book that I wrote. If you guys know, I wrote a book about just trying to cultivate a wellness space that was all welcoming and all accepting. So that book is on my website, Ashlee CrazyYoga, if you're interested. But he had been looking at my book. I was like, oh yeah, this is my book. This is what it's about. This is my story in the book. I wrote 3 books. Great. you know, and I also do yoga, and I can't do yoga. I can't even bend down. That's the one thing like that I get, and why I'm trying to change the perspective that people, when they're first getting into yoga, you don't have to be able to bend down. For me as a practitioner and an educator, I just want you to get your body moving, so then your body can loosen up eventually, right? And everything like that takes practice. And you know, he had just said very fast and even let me finish, oh, I can't bend down. And I also offer chair yoga. Oh, and then, like, you know, after doing this a few times, I've been around the block a few times, right? So I kind of know the comebacks and the thing, or I can have a comeback ready for when somebody wants to be slick. Like, I don't even understand what attitude this guy had, but it was like something for everything that he had to mention at my table. And this is an older man, and he's just like, I wrote 3 books. I actually got at least 1 book out. I wrote my first book when I was 22 years old during a pandemic, okay? Can you even just say wow or congratulations? Like, why do you have to, like, why were you even here? Nobody else was on that energy when they walked around and, you know, checked something or checked everybody's table out and what have you. Most of the time people just keep their comments to themselves, or they just move on and they don't buy anything, right? So why couldn't you do the same to that man? He's probably not gonna see this video, but that was my rant I had to go on. And I need a drink of water after that. But I think my booth went really good. It was nice seeing friendly faces and familiar faces at my table passing by. I always feel these booths, they go really well for me. I like just being in the experience and being around other people that have their mini shops, you know, set up. So I'm thinking I may do one in December. I may take this month or next month off. I'm just looking at my calendar. But thank you guys for the support to get me to 5 booths and just the encouragement, because I really didn't think I had it in me, honestly. I was like, I don't know if I can keep up with the production of what's selling, what's not. My keychains I've had to restock, and now I have to restock my socks. So I'm very appreciative, and I'm incredibly blessed with you guys. Thank you for even just watching this video. There's going to be obviously Black Friday sales and Cyber Monday sales on both of my websites. You should check those out. And I'm going to send out this video. So like and subscribe. Thank you for following me along. This was just kind of a setup video of the perspective of a vendor. If you like these videos, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.